Well, I talk for a living. Way too have to allow the current government to speak for themselves. And I don't know, a couple of days ago, this is a true thing, I keep getting emails from President Barack Obama. Even though I've tried to have his address blocked about 9 times, strangely, he still keeps getting into my email account. And he was talking about community service. And I get real angry when I hear the president admonishing the people of this country because apparently we don't do enough. When every faith-based organization, every church, and every synagogue in this country, and every small town is out there every single day, young people choosing of their own free will to serve their country, to serve other people, to serve their fellow man, and our own president acts like it's not going on. But in the text of that email, the president thanked me for helping him rebuild the foundation of this country. I wasn't aware the foundation was broke. The foundation is the Constitution, and any of you who work construction know that if you start chipping away at the foundation of an already standing building, what's going to happen to the building? It's going to crumble and fall. My friends, we live in the greatest nation in the history of the world. I hope you'll join with me as we try to change it. No, thank you. That's what your president is currently doing. I'm trying. Growing the government at a grotesque level. And so I would like to give you some quotes from some folks who I think have a much better idea what the foundation of this country is all about. A wise and frugal government which shall restrain men from injuring one another, which shall leave them otherwise free to regulate their own pursuits of industry and improvement, and shall not take from the mouth of labor the bread it has earned. This is the sum of good government. Thomas Jefferson. A warning from a very wise man, much wiser than any of the actors, people pretending to be great leaders we currently have sitting in the highest seats of office. Quote, America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves. Abraham Lincoln. The government appears to be engaged in that endeavor. Quote, if an American is to amount to anything, he must rely upon himself and not upon the state.
I look back at our forefathers and I look back at the people who have fought for our freedoms, and I think of a quote from John Adams. It said, liberty must at all hazards be supported. We have a right to it derived from our Maker. But if we had not, our fathers have earned and bought it for us at the expense of their ease, their estates, their pleasure, and their blood. Today is burned into the collective memory of this country. Now what I want to bring up is, does everyone remember what happened on Wednesday, September 12th? Yeah. Yes. You know, this country actually came together. Yeah. That bayonet into his chest. Whoa. Underneath him, it represents liberty, tyranny. The American that's outside on that door represents us, the people. We have got to come in that door. We have got to come up the stairs, and we have got to save liberty in this country. That's what it's about. You cannot let tyranny dominate like that. You cannot. There's a quote here. It says, proclaim liberty throughout the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. Anybody know where that comes from? Bible. Close. It's Leviticus 25:10. Do you know where that's inscribed? Liberty Bell. It's inscribed on the Liberty Bell. Okay, there was someone in office not too long ago who said this is not a Christian nation anymore. Disagree with that. I think this country is Christian. I think that the Constitution is based on Christian principles. When you talk about the maker and you talk about the creator, who are you talking about? We're talking about God. He is the one that has blessed this nation, not the politicians, not even capitalism. God has blessed this nation. God has brought us to where we are right now. We can't forget that. And yet we pull them out of the schools. We pull them out of the public offices. We pull them out of the public places. I don't think that's right. That's why we open this with an invocation. We just want to praise Him for what He's done, and say thank you. So now, the main purpose of this thing is what I want to do is I want to look at, very, very briefly, the Constitution.
You know, they talk about the greatest generation in World War II who preserved our freedom through guns. And God bless every one of those soldiers who served for us. What are we doing here today? Aren't we standing up for freedom? Isn't that what this is about today? We are the generation of Americans who are going to take our country back from those who lead us to National Socialism. Nobody's happy about seeing our manufacturing enterprises taken over by Barack Obama. We're seeing our banking institutions destroyed. But we here, we're the people who are going to change that. We're going to change it in a way differently from 1941 through 1945. As the great generation of Americans that we are, we're going to change it at the ballot box. And this is the start of how we do it. I want to thank every single person here today for being here, for standing up for America, for letting other people know that we support freedom.
And when Nancy Pelosi looks at you with a smile and on your dime says, "Yes, we can," you say, "No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't.
No, you won't." 10 to 20 years from now and say, "Oh yeah, guys, I saw these socialistic policies coming, but I didn't do anything about it." I will not do that. I will not be the generation that loses our freedom.
Cause we'll put a boot in your ass. Hey Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of that list. And I sent you where they started shaking up this. And the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be hell. When you hear Mother Reed and ring the bell, and you'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you.
Liberty. Yeah, I think what we ought to do is have the politicians sign their resignation form before they take their oath.
Good afternoon, Americans.